Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Thursday Night Throwdown brought to you by the Armchair Dragoons. It is a pleasure to be among you on a fine Thursday evening and going back to the fields of Belgium, the cockpit of Europe, as it was known, for the Battle of Quatre, a battle we've played more than a few times, and in fact, the gentlemen that will be joining us this evening are more than a little familiar with that battle from several different scenarios, not all of which were equally successful, but I digress. Let me first do my thing and get a tweet out, which I'm going to do. This is Wargame Design Studios, Campaign Waterloo. This is our third run at this. It's our third iteration? No, because that suggests... this is part 3. That's it. This is part 3 of the battle. We've been making some really excellent progress, I think. Tweet is out. It is currently... Let's see, what turn is it, Mike?
You know what? Oh, there it is. Turn 12 of 36.
12, so we are 1/3 of the way through. We've seen a lot.
We're at the start of 12.
Yeah, so we're getting there. Very, very nearly 1/3 of the way through. And as we can see here, the French have punched their way well up, and they're past Gemiancourt, which they took last game. And they've seen the roof line of Quatre, but were sharply driven back by this thin red line that have evolved. Our friend Destruct couldn't be with us this evening, so instead we have only on the side of the Allies, but more than able to handle the difference, we have Mike, OJ's dad. Good evening.
Good evening.
And over on the side of the French, we have the Command Tent and the Chronologist. Good evening, gentlemen.
Hello, hello.
Howdy.
All right, so I'm going to start this. You all should be assigned. So hopefully the French will be able to move their troops. Tell me if you cannot.
So far, so good.
Excellent. We still have way too many supply wagons. Be that as it may.
Would you like me to take care of some of those?
You got one guy in there that's kind of romping around. Oh, really? Those are farm fields, yeah. Ooh. CT deciding to challenge the British to a shooting contest. I don't know, man. There's Chrono at work on Gemiancourt. Yep, Red's calling out player in chat, OJ, no cheating.
Oh man, stuff's going on over there.
Yeah, he clearly decided there was going to be a fracas.
Oh, I think you need to give... One more thing you need to give me. Oh no, Command Tent hasn't.
Okay.
Sorry, Command Tent has Ney himself. Let's see.
Those are some nasty... Oh, boy. Sleepiest gunners in Belgium.
Tell me about it.
Right back at him, I guess. Ooh. I was telling the gentleman earlier that I've had a chance to play around with the new version of Advance of the Reich, which I've had long enough that I actually have the CD from HPS Sims. And holy cow, has Wargame Design Studio made a different game of that. It'll be a great pity if that level of improvement doesn't make its way down to the First World War squad battles game. The one thing that's radically different about that game that I noticed right away is how much more fire and counter-fire there is than there is in this system.
Which one did you say was Jim?
Advance of the Reich. French still working?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Entirely my deficiency in not seeing you move. Just checking.
I'm just adjusting a little bit back here.
Of course. Eighth grade graduation. Well, congratulations. Look to this day, graduate. Congratulations, John. Congrats to him, John. Yeah, I will not be playing to Rule the Waves until they get around to evolving a multiplayer for it. Frankly, now that we've figured out how to use Hamachi to make the live multiplayer for Tiller work, the guys at Wargame Design Studios would like to fix the bugs that can desync the real-time naval games. I would love to play one of their naval games like Midway or Guadalcanal or something like that. They're fun. Although getting aircraft to take off in Midway is just hard.
I need to get Jutland. I think Achilles and I could maybe make a go of that.
Mm-hmm. Jutland is fun, but Jutland comes at you fast. I play tested Jutland, and I'm here to tell you.
I think I'm good on my... I'm good for my stuff.
Chrono? Right, I did it! First time tonight! Jesus. CT?
I am ready to initiate some melees.
Alright, could you give us... Oh, that's right, I'm the leader. I'm the leader. I'll do it. Gentlemen, if you got some melees, show your hands. Let's see them. There are not many British left in the center. My gosh, I just noticed that. Well, then again, I can only see what the French see.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Where was that?
Oh, I was retaking our supplies.
Oh, I see it down there. Got it. Proceed, sir. Here I was all excited up near Quatre, and I hear all the noise. I didn't see anything reported on the screen, and I thought, what the heck? Absolutely, John. Happy to do that. Although, as I say, Jutland is a nice, clean game for the Tiller RTSs. You got to be pretty good, even at a decent speed, to manage something like Midway. Forgive me, are more melees coming?
I don't have any, so I'm waiting for...
No,
CT.
I don't think I'm going to do any more.
All right. Game does much think. And as soon as you get control, OJ, you can switch me.
Alright.
And as ever, we figured out I don't need to be commander, so...
Alright.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Alright.
And away you go.
Yep.
So today, Velker brought to me his puzzled face, and I wouldn't even go so far as to say puzzled. I think it actually might have been his perturbed face, to inform me that ice is technically and scientifically a mineral, which can be short formed into rock. As lava is, again, technically and by definition, rocks in a liquid or semi-liquid state, water is lava. Given the definition, given how much we are composed of water, he has declared humanity to be a horde of lava monsters. I had no credible riposte. There's OJ. Couldn't find out where he was moving. Hey, Haz. Haz, did you see the new French card, by the way? Oh, dear. A game like this also really does give you the sense of how relatively sparse on the field cannon were. I mean, they're there, don't get me wrong, but it's not like you're looking at our, you know, World War II artillery batteries. All that just to kill Etienne. It's hard for even me to figure out where OJ is, and I can see his side of the board.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out, Jim, if you come over here to Hex 3759.
3759.
Bergier.
Oh, yeah. I'm right there.
Okay. So I fired the infantry just because I had to, but it wouldn't let me fire both the infantry and the guns at the same time.
Correct, because the gun's behind the artillery.
But even when I had the gun in front of the artillery, it wouldn't. Or in front of the infantry.
What message did it give you?
It just said that can't fire if you're behind a sizable artillery or line.
Yeah, I would
play around with that.
Yeah, what I would do is generally speaking, always move your artillery to the front. But as I said before, do that by moving the line to the bottom rather than the artillery, because the line can still shoot. The cannon will not be able to.
Okay.
Crown is running a lot of skirmishers out there.
Okay, so you said move what to the front and what to the
Well,
back?
what I would do, if you can still do it, is
actually go to Hex 4057.
yes.
Okay. So
Well, you've got well. First of all, just so you know, generally speaking, you've got the Gordons in column, and you've got that first Leichtis brigade in line, which is why they've disordered.
Gotcha.
So you want to get one or the two out of there, pull them back a hex. Because that way at least, because they will not undisorder when they're sitting like that. The next thing I would do, once you moved one out, and I would probably honestly move the column out.
I did.
Okay. And then move the line, actually then it should let you do it. You should be able to separately fire the gun and then fire the infantry at just the same target. Just do it separately.
Just do it separately?
Yeah. That should work.
Actually, I can't because I don't have line of sight, but that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, there's that too. Ooh, Vance is playing Civ. Vance and I are going to place him at... He said we could place him at Vance of the Reich. We're going to do that.
Ooh.
Oh, sweet Mary, Mother of Moses. Hello, Velker.
Hello.
Exchange.
Hey, it's the second of the 44th Essex. Dave Pumphouse's boys. And when we play this way, we don't get an opportunity much to show folks what a nice job WDS has done actually repainting the little portraits that appear with each unit. They could have phoned that bit in and did not. East Essex there. I think they look nice. Of course, the Cameron Highlanders. Some guys with their shako covers on, some guys with their shako covers off. Pretty darn cool stuff. Where are you working, OJ?
Up. Reinforcements
Bring him
area.
on. Got it.
In the north.
Mm-hmm. And once again, this deep in the game, and we've only had 1 leader down on either side. It's a bit unusual.
Alright, I think I am done.
All right, you're in charge, so advance the turn. You got any melees?
No, I'm not going to.
Advance the turn.
I think I did.
Yes,
Is
you
that good
did.
for you guys?
Yep, we have the turn on our end.
All right, so if you just switch me over, and as soon as you switch me over, save it, and then let us know, and the French will take off. I'm switched.
And get here and double check. 8-4. Yep, game saved.
Away you go, gents. It occurs to me that without Destruct here, that the Dutch Allied Cavalry is probably going to have a better night of it. OJ, I trust you'll be gentler.
I'll try.
Them boys, them British lads posted in the center of the road are taking an awful whooping. Oh, really? Oh, jeez. Yeah. Well, if you're gonna play, kids, huh? Morning, Matt. Fire up and down the line. I love Sword in the Flame. My copy is autographed, the anniversary copy, but Men Who Would Be Kings is the better game. Which I guess is kind of interesting to me because SATF held the field so long that it really feels kind of dirty to forget it in the light of a Blue Book game, but it's just kind of the way of it.
Alright, I'm all done.
Chrono?
In there.
Shoot. He be shooting. No one will ever accuse CT of not grabbing the British by the belt buckle.
Yeah, well, you know.
Seems like something that somebody from New Jersey would do.
I'm set on my. I think I'm set here.
All right, one of y'all's is the leader, so kick it.
It's CT.
All right. I think you can handle it. I know it's a high-tech thing to ask, but do some melees. You're just not going to stop on that, are you?
Nope.
Okay. Well, that's Destruct's fault, but... Once again, sending out... Where did that happen at? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, down south there, but the
Yeah.
supply wagons.
Alright, you ready for me to go for broke here, Chrono?
Might as well. I'm getting set up to do some stuff down here myself. So, well, later. It's gonna take me a turn or two. But we'll see.
Yeah, this is gonna go really bad or not terrible.
That's how it goes usually.
That's... Yeah, history's kind of written that way.
Ow. Well, it could have been worse.
And that's the problem when you throw in Islanders. Ow.
Ooh. Yeah, that went pretty bad, honestly.
Yep.
Okay, that was the Royal Scots. I mean, you know.
What, am I just supposed to not attack?
Okay.
As long as you're getting those results, I'm...
Oh, you went for Sharp and Harper. Ooh.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that guy got his brains beat in, no doubt.
That wasn't better.
Slightly.
I mean, you pushed him back.
Oh.
Okay. That's it.
Just want to check something real quick. Yep. I had a funny hunch the French had lost a leader in there. Ooh, a little bit pricey one too. Who'd you lose? Ooh, a guy that you all have played with. Lertier. Oh, interestingly enough, though, he was wounded way down here in the south. Lertier has been wounded, carried from the field. Nobody here in the big scrum. That I admit is a bit of a surprise. All right, let me do something real quick. I need to take a picture. All right, give it a flip.
Ooh.
And as you can, OJ, pop me over to the other side.
Yep. There you go.
Thank you. Didn't see a single horsey. That's right. I called it a horsey. I'm not sad. Whereabouts you working, Mike?
Oh, over here on my right.
Okay.
From the woods.
Thank you. Got it. Generally speaking, troops are going to be dissuaded from marching up roads you guys keep at this. Maybe that's the point.
Okay, so Jim, back to this one unit. 3759, the stack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I can't fire both of these units in the stack.
You can, but you have to fire them one at a time.
Gotta fire them one at a time. I'm gonna see if this holds true.
That should work.
Nope.
3749.
Yep.
Give me a second.
Cannot fire when behind a unit in line or a sizable battery. So let me try flipping them around. Let's see if this works.
Certainly that musket should, yeah, that gun should be able to fire. The only question I've got now is, did you already fire the infantry?
No.
Try.
No, I have not.
What happens when you try to fire them?
Cannot fire behind a unit in line or a sizable artillery battery.
Well, okay, so that battery's too big. And that is a big gun battery.
Right.
The point being, it would have covered the whole frontage, right?
Right.
I mean, you're talking about 8 9-pounder guns plus everything else.
Okay. Alright, nothing I can do with them for right now then. we go.
Anybody know enough about the campaign to know which Elphins? The lieutenant colonel running the 5th British Brigade is an Elphinston, and I just have to think that's a relationship of Elfie Bey, who commanded the Afghan campaign during the famous fight in Afghanistan. Obviously, it's not him, but just curious.
The 33rd Regiment of Foot. What's his name?
Elphinstone.
Is it Fullerton Elphinstone?
It's the 5th. He's actually, by this point, he's lieutenant colonel, so he's actually commanding the brigade. The 5th British Brigade.
Do they have his initials at all, or just Elphinston?
I think it's just Elphinston. Let me look.
I can't see him, so...
Right. If you could see it, something would be amiss. Yeah, it's just Elphinston.
The 33rd in that brigade?
Third West Riding.
Because the William George Keith Elphinston of Afghanistan fame was lieutenant colonel in 1815, and he was leading the 33rd Regiment of Foot in this campaign.
What? How old? Man, Elfie Bey was old. I mean, I knew he was old, but...
He wasn't... He was only... he was like 30-ish at that point. He was born in 82. He was relatively young.
Okay.
He's relatively young at this point. He's just... Yeah, he's basically like 31.
Okay.
92,
So this is
like,
this is probably
like 33, 34 at this point.
probably the same guy. That's so crazy.
He's an LTC at this point, so it's probably him.
Lieutenant Colonel William George Keith Elphinston.
Yep, that's him.
Huh.
Same guy. Who will famously lead the affair on the First Anglo-Afghan War.
Yeah. Wow.
He was pretty young at this point, relative all things considered. I was older. I think slightly younger than I am now.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that makes you go, what have I done with my life? Oh, that's right, I wasn't born into the peerage.
Well, born to the peerage in the middle of an apocalyptic continent-wide war.
Oh, the crazy part is, though, he's Scottish.
Yeah, he is Scottish peer. Well, it helps that his dad was a director of the East India Company. It helps.
Oh, yeah, well, there you have it.
And his uncle was a admiral, so and a viscount.
So the family was doing okay.
Yeah, they was doing a little, no, they were doing all right. They were getting by. They made the living.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah, because at 42, he was only 60, so, it wasn't...
Where are you working now, OJ?
I'm just finishing up, actually.
All right. Just trying to show the people at home what kind of trouble you're making.
I'm making no trouble at all.
Elfie Bay.
I'm about to advance the turn.
Alrighty. Do so.
Oh.
More reinforcements?
Presents. Yeah.
Sweet Mary Margaret. You got melees?
Yeah, I think I will try a couple.
Alright. Over here kind of in the center.
Yep.
Just so I can...
And resolve, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it worked.
Any others?
Just double checking. Nope, I'm all set. Advancing the turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, here we go.
This is gonna hurt.
Do the French have control yet?
I have control.
Alright, so OJ, if you'd flip me and save off.
They flip you off?
No, I did not. That is not, in fact, what I said.
Alright, save is done.
Thank you.
Red's having way too much fun in the chat tonight.
What's he up to? Holy cow. Good night, Matt. Just curious, Chrono, if those Nesters made you mad or what?
They're in the way.
Hard to dispute that. Once again, standing in the road is going to get you killed. Now it's spicy. I've declared it. And as much as I absolutely love and probably prefer miniature games, this is the place where this is just the absolute best. Think of all the math it's doing at the click of a mouse. Just love that. And it's telling you how many particular guys did it. Sweet Mary. There's a little bit of that, Red. Actually, to be honest, it's a very early version of La Bataille without having to figure everything out.
And it's double blind.
Double blind La Bataille without any mess.
Alright, I think I'm done.
see Chrono marching.
Yeah, hold on.
No worries.
I am ready, I think.
Kick it. One second before you start meleeing each other. Something I want to grab a picture of.
Okay, let me know when you're ready to go.
Will do. Good to go, thank you. Wow.
Nicely done.
Those are really, really good horse kids and campers. Those are the chasseurs de cheval of the old guard. But still, that was interesting. Okay. Oh, not done, are we?
Hey, supply train. Dare I?
Man doesn't seem to be done. Does he know when he's finished? That was... You lucked out that that gun didn't get off a shot. Oh my goodness. I'm stunned you didn't. Nonetheless, it didn't.
Stop so I don't blow my horse entirely, but they opened a gap up in the line, so I'll take it.
Yes, they did. You have taken 20 guns this game. That's impressive.
They keep putting them out front, and they run for us, man.
What am I gonna do? Not take them?
Exactly. I think CT would agree with me.
Yeah, I mean, you put them out there. I mean, that's
I'm a
what they're
snatching
there
them.
for. Yeah. It's that or they shoot at me, and I'd rather just take them.
You good to go?
Yeah, I think so. I am done charging at this point.
CT, did you say you had one or no? He does.
Oh, he does. Here he goes.
Ow! Who is that?
That is the first or second
Cornwall, yeah.
with Belson.
With the commander.
But the inward line has been wedged open. Let's see if we can get it going.
Yeah, sure has. Oh dear.
Oh, he's still trying. Ooh, not great.
Nope.
I mean, the other hand though, they're finding you over there. They can't come over here. So.
All right, I am done.
Kick it.
Oh, I think those guys ran away.
Mm-hmm. Bravely bold Sir Robin. And as relevant, Mike, or as you can, Mike, bring me over.
Already did.
Thank you. Napoleonics without a calculator. What will these kids think up next? I don't know as I used a calculator with Empire, but I always played with guys who knew the rules better than I did at the store. Well, when I played Empire, I played it at the store where the game was invented. So I guess those guys would have known it. But, yeah, the only Napoleonics game I ever played that straight up needed a calculator was the Complete Brigadier. So here's a poser for the assembled, and I'd put it to everybody in the chat too. There was a broader conversation about the place of women in gaming, in board gaming, and it was hobby gaming particularly. But this led me to thinking, I mean, obviously, I've been a huge champion of remembering the legend and the memory of Linda Mosca, who worked for SPI in the glory days and contributed to the, most famously for me, to the 30 Years War quad game Raqua.
Oh yeah, I remember we played that a while back.
Yeah, we did all of them, and hers was in there, which I thought was, you figure being a woman in that period, she just passed away, but being a woman in that period, it must have been quite something for her to stand up and do it, and I always thought it was really awesome. But can anyone think of an historical miniatures rule set, any period, written by a woman?
Written by a woman.
Yeah.
I claim to know all. I mean, don't play a war game. Oh, I do know what. Well, it's less of a war game and more a role-playing game, but it's definitely. That's rude of you.
Yeah, he's been terribly, terribly rude to that unit. Third of the 93rd.
I can't think of any off the top of my head that are like explicitly like war game rules, but I cannot claim to have played all the war games ever. So
No, and of course not. But nor I. But I was just flummoxed. I mean, it's, the conversation started because she said this was.
I think I saw a Twitter post you're talking about.
Yeah, the lady who wrote Wingspan. A game that I would be hard put to have less interest, but that only has to do with it's just not my kind of game. But she did say, she pointed out that the number of male winners of the Spiel des Jahres has been very, very low. And that led me to find out that, I didn't even know this, you can't win the Spiel des Jahres unless your game is released in German in Germany.
Well, I mean, it's a very specific kind of award.
I get it, but it's like, okay, well then I look at that award very differently. Because I don't know nearly enough about the lay of the land, but it seems to me that there's a lot of games that never meet both those criteria.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure there are a ton of German games I've never played because I do not speak German, and maybe
Right.
because they just don't get a wide release in the States.
Yeah, I remember going out of my way to get a copy of Wallenstein in the original German Queen edition. Turk! And going out to get that, but I'll tell you, when it got around to the question of, she then started talking about historical war games. She didn't mention war games, but I thought about it, but then I said, my God, miniatures gaming. It just, logic would tell you that there has to be one somewhere. But
I mean, I'm sure there is one. I just have to look for it, but there's a ton of because I know there's a ton of little miniatures rules that are just out there floating around. That
yeah, no, and
Like,
I certainly accept something that small. I got rule sets with staples in the middle.
I mean, I have a friend who wrote. It's more a role-playing game, but she wrote a game called Patrol. That's about being grunts in Vietnam, which I guess you could call, depending on how you define war game, that might qualify.
That could
But
wind
it's
up
not.
okay.
It's not really a miniatures game, but it's definitely a game about war and how people.
All right,
react to it.
that's at least that's as close as anything as I've got, no doubt about it. Published or
It was published, yeah. I mean, mostly through drive-through.
that counts.
Yeah, it's published. Let's see. I mean, then you start wondering, like, well, the reason, like, then you get the whole chicken and egg situation. Is like, is the reason that there aren't that many women is because it started out as a male-dominated space, and women have a hard time breaking into it, or it's like, or because it's.
Oh
it's
no,
kind of-
and yeah, and that's where she took it, and that was the whole conversation is how do you fix it? But
it's hard to say because like you can't if people aren't interested in it, you can't make people be.
yeah,
interested in it.
you
But at
can't
the same
grab
time,
people and
like,
go, you must like this thing. Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, is it because people are socialized to not be interested? Then you get into like a really big level question that was like, is it because they just naturally aren't interested in it? Is it because they're socialized to not be interested in it? Is it more of a, is it like a very gender specific thing? Like, how do you square that circle? It's a really weird big question.
And like I say, I was just writing out from the premise of I couldn't think of one.
Yeah.
It's certainly a rare bird should it exist, and it sounds like it does, at least in some form.
Yeah, I mean, they're a minority in the tabletop wargaming space, but I know women who play at least. So.
Oh yeah, no question of that. I mean,
Yeah.
that's and
So
the closest I could come to is David Enstenis' wife draws all the uniforms in the uniform guides that ESR puts out.
Is Squiddo just does models. I don't think
Yeah,
they
Bad Squiddo is just
just do models. But that's the other one I know off the top of my head is tabletop wargaming space.
Hey Chrono,
Yeah.
you might want to get up those wagons for CT's guys. The hospital wagons.
Oh, well, I mean, we're doing our best,
There are no ribbons, you understand that.
Well, if that little Napoleon fellow got his act together and get me some reinforcements, that'd be good.
Don't you dare question me.
He has hands full of Blucher.
Oh, they're back.
The Prince of Orange is gonna talk to you all when this is over? Patrol, military roleplay in the 20th century.
Also rude. Stop shooting guns at me.
Back to France.
You think about it, Belgium really is part of France, but
No.
our natural border is on the Rhine.
Just looking over everything.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Okay. Now that we seem to have gotten a pretty good handle on the technological side of things, this flows pretty smoothly.
Yeah, no kidding.
Alright. I think I'm ready to advance the turn.
Man's gonna kick it. Got some melees?
Yep.
Alright, I'll try to look for him. Oh my gosh.
CT's right.
Ouch.
Some others?
I'm thinking. Nope, I think that's gonna be it.
Alright.
Advance the turn.
Probably a good idea to save it.
Yeah. Flip B and save it.
Yep, let me know when you guys get control and then I'll save.
I'm switched. French, you got control yet? Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I do now.
Yeah, I'm good.
Game is saved.
I think the front is a diagonal line, Doug. Although there's a hole in it, to Chrono's credit. And there's a stack that's fixing to do some evil. All of them chanting Vive l'Empereur, naturally enough.
I think I finished my movement for now.
Yep, me too.
Oh, good.
I'll advance it.
If you would. Miles?
Let's do this.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Square held in that instance.
And that's all I have for now.
Alright, you know what to do.
Over to you, CT.
I think you said you didn't have any.
Yep, I'm done. I advanced it.
Okay. On the other hand, where'd the square go?
Did they do a runner?
Might have. We'll have to see, won't we?
Also, the infantry in La Bergerac is also gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Those gun. Now, why those gunners haven't packed up and left, I don't know. And Mike, can you give me the switch, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, stay on your own side.
Yeah, right.
Alright.
Ow. All his infantry. what's going on here, but oh, they're back.
I am delighted by the fact that even in a limited way, we're getting commentary on the game in the chat. It cannot be disputed that there is a rupture at present in the British line. You are quite correct about that, Red. One must use the terrain as one finds it. Bless you.
Thank you.
Where you working, Mike?
On the north side.
Got it. Can't even spot what you're up to.
Yeah, I'm back over here, closer to the woods. Jimmy Core. I'm just looking around. I'm not actually moving anything.
Okay.
Alright, I'm advancing the turn.
Rock and roll. Got some melees?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, maybe. Nope. Nope, I don't.
Alright. So we got one more turn, I think. So kick it.
Coming your way, guys.
And give us a save, Mike.
Save is done.
Thank you. Well, one thing I certainly can do. How's that? Those are division colors. The problem is, it's all kind of one division on the French side. Ow. Sure. The 3D view. Brace yourself, kids.
Oh, I think I'm ready.
All right, to the melee phase.
I'm going to assume you have some.
I do.
That was clear down to the south, wasn't it?
Yep.
That one.
Ow.
That goes well as hoped.
Yeah, horses up the hill, no likey.
Would you like the dead markers back, Turk? We can't. I can put it back. I just think they provide clutter. Put here. It's dead markers wherever there was a melee. Any other melee, speaking of which?
I think that's all I got.
Nope, I am. Yeah, I'm done.
Kick it. Bottom of the turn.
I might need to turn here.
Sorry, say again.
I might need to call it a night after OJ's turn.
Yeah, that was the plan anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to switch me, OJ, once you got it.
Yeah, 1 second. Can I go back and see the the command report after I click OK?
Yeah. Should be. Thought so. He said optimistically. Thought it was under info.
I would love to be able to know how to do that if you can.
That's the only thing that delays me from switching you, Jim, is I'm trying to look through that real quick.
Yeah, no, that's fine. No, I guess not. Thought you could. Let me look that up. Interesting. Would he prefer red? unfortunately, I got to this too late, so you're going to have to tell me. It's 2D or 3D, I guess. There is also, although it's really quite large, a hand-drawn map, 3D map for this campaign. I've loaded it. It's nice, but I do not play in 3Ds. Ow. Oh! Blasted him straight off the planet. Red is saying the 3D view is more aesthetically pleasing to him. What say the rest of you? What do you all think?
I can go either way.
I like the 2D view.
Yeah, I want to be clear. I cannot play in 3D. There's just no way. But curious to know what viewers who are just watching the game like best.
I will say that the Civil War campaign games, or at least the Gettysburg one, I think 3D view looks better than here in Waterloo.
That's because it's got the hand-drawn map.
Yeah.
And the Waterloo has that now. I just have never loaded it. A lot of 3D liking, huh? Well, you're the ones that got to watch it, so don't make me never mind. You like the switching back and forth, sure. I got nothing else to do. I could arrange that. Thought I asked. Thanks for mentioning it, Red. We've actually picked up viewers as the night is worn on. Nice bunch of likes. Thank you for those, folks. Where you working, Mike?
North.
Thank you. I am so gonna pretend you are not doing that.
They are Prussians.
You heard me. Just checking, you're still working?
Yep, getting close. Alright, advancing turn.
Yeah, kick the turn.
We don't want poor Chrono to have to go to sleep.
True.
Way before his bedtime. Be up like about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, you know, kids are like that.
Yeah, so are old
So
people.
it is.
Got you some melees?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna engage in a couple here.
Where about?
Oh, right here, just south of Quatre.
Alright. Come on. I'm coming way in. Alright, go
Oh,
ahead.
man, I can't use those units. Dang it. A whole bunch of units I can't use for melees.
They're detached?
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's one. Alright, I think I am done. Advancing the turn now.
Alright.
Kicking Jim. Jim has been kicked.
And you will save. Just tell me when. Oh, there it is.
Game is saved.
Alright. So the question before the body, French, do you want to go on?
I don't think we have enough fresh reserves to make it.
Yeah, if you know the little guy would actually give us our full complement of troops, sure.
Well, if Derlone would show up. There
Yeah,
is an
well,
alternative scenario in which Derlone shows up.
Their lawn shows up, it's a whole new ball game because then they have fresh troops that seem to be attacked. But I've down to basically half a brigade of troops have basically been unengaged, and I'm
Yeah.
seeing fresh Brits showing up in the middle of town. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, it's right now the real issue is, and, oh, I got to remember to do this. Don't you dare forget this, silly person. Is the victory. And obviously we don't look at the points exclusively, but you have now dropped to within a minor defeat. You are OJ is within easy striking distance of a minor victory, I guess. And there is no way you're pushing forward with the busload of nonsense he's got coming down those two roads.
That where you broke through there in the center, those units that are coming up, those were the very first. Well, my second set of reinforcements, the ones that I'm hitting CT with, were my first wave.
Yeah, the Coldstream Guard isn't even here yet. Who are A++, may I note. So, I guess now, well, before we go tuck in for the night, I am curious. This is part of Project Quatre. Not that I'm asking you to rank all the Project Quatre games, but would you say in general, for those who have played it a bunch, that this is towards the better side of the Quatre games or the lower side for you?
No, I'm getting a better feel for it, so I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
OJ?
Oh, it's definitely in my top half, probably top third.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, it is striking to me, even though it lacks the beauty and the spectacle of a miniatures game that I always cherish, how great this plays and what a great feel it does give you for the battle. I will say this for the French. I was reading over the course of the week how this battle, as you all know, it kind of ebbed and flowed. And these French particularly, the ones that are north of La Bergerie, they never got that far. You know. So that progress and these that CT pushed forward here on the right, that was a pretty significant advance.
Yeah, but it's an untenable position to hold.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious what the idea is for the French in this scenario, because they can't. I don't think they can win outright because there's just too many guys coming. I think the point is they've got to grab enough ground and they've got to inflict enough casualties before the British really start to arrive. That even though and then they just kind of fall back and dare the British to come. Because the idea that they're going to hold Quatre, I don't believe it. So
I don't even think we could get to it.
Yeah, I don't know. Because Kronos certainly did. I mean, this is a great job. He did a nice, well-timed cavalry charge, and your melees were fairly done. And last week he came up here. But I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. In retrospect, I mean, I had a bit of an organizational time with it early on because I was still figuring out how to make it work really well. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Think them up.
So and so the other question becomes, and OJ, you're not allowed to say anything. You understand me? Nothing, because I know your thoughts on the subject. Would this be playable in the way we play it on a Saturday Night Fight or something for the whole of Waterloo?
Maybe. I think so. I mean, we can actually sort of do stuff simultaneously here. It depends on how many people we've got and how we end up splitting the commands out.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
CT?
Oh, it could be fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed just the whole multiplayer experience with the computer game, and that's been fun.
Yeah, and to me, I think, and Kronos nailed it. I mean, one of the things that slowed us down tonight, certainly not OJ's fault, is that OJ had to, OJ was playing by himself. If you divide it up into if you divide these things up into 2 or 3 commands, it goes much faster.
Although, with me being by myself tonight,
Mm-hmm.
I was kicking out my half of the turn in about 20 minutes or less after the first 1 or 2, and I got familiar with all of Destruct's units.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, once I got used to those, I was able to move a lot quicker.
Okay. All right.
Just as a observation.
Yeah, no. So because I love the WDS system. I've loved it when it was, Battleground and HPS and John Tiller, and now WDS is doing all these wonderful changes. They are eventually. I think they've done all the modifications. So, they've done some of my favoriteest battles. So we could play any of those really. including Waterloo, and yes, including Leipzig, although, I ain't retired yet, so I don't know. But anyway, come Saturday, a whole bunch of folks, I'm sincerely hoping, are coming by so we can play Valor and Fortitude, the Battle of Aspern-Essling. A very, very big battle. Lots and lots of commands. Full table should be filled with silliness, so we hope you can come for that. And then next week, as we head back into the week, we'll have some more Warhammer 40k Epic Armageddon and some other games. And sooner or later, our world-traveling Achilles will come back, and we're going to strap CT back into his chair to have to play some Chain of Command and finish up that pint-sized campaign. But that's for the future. In the meanwhile, lots of games to come. Thanks for watching this one. Thanks to those who played. And until we meet again, please take care of yourselves and one another. We will talk soon. Pause.
Good night, Ian Jackson.